How do we make lives better? We think about that a lot. I guess what I'd throw out to you is if you or I found ourselves in a situation where you couldn't put dinner on the table tonight, for whatever reason, hopefully we're able to meet that need. I think that's better. We don't replace the need for people to be completely responsible for their own independence and their own welfare. We're there to lend a hand when there's challenges to do that. One of the things we're often asked is what are the services we provide, and I think the public, the most relevant association that people have is the distribution of food, the collection and distribution of food. We're traveling out to the community to collect fresh products. It could be produce, it could be protein items, bakery items, and we're recovering a lot of food that's not waste food, it's surplus. And what we're able to do is add that to what the traditional donated items of canned goods, non-perishables, we're able to add to that. So we've been able to diversify and significantly improve what we're able to offer. While it's always about the food, there's got to be some other things to help relieve that need for food. We want to work in partnership with the community or directly with our own programs to lend a hand in other areas that will give you that piece where you might be able to tell somebody else that's struggling. You should reach out there, there's support there. And it's the community that allows us to do that. Regina, I think there's something special about Regina. I say that a lot. When we talk to colleagues around the country, we have good relationships all over the community. When you think you've hit the record total for your food drive, next year comes and we beat it again. We exist because of the community. The community allows us to our continued work. And I think that's really a testimony to what's happening here in the city, and that we really are a community asset. We're not something that takes away from the community, we're something that helps build it. Sometimes I think there's maybe the perception, because of the ongoing nature of our work, that it's always a donation or it's always something. I think if we have that conversation, sit down and find where we have a shared interest in how we can help build community, those opportunities appear, whether it's a food drive, volunteer, it might be a partnership of some kind long term, it could be a financial contribution. Find the thing that fits based on that aligning value. Often we're talking about the fact that it's 9,000 requests for service a month on average, but I guess what I'd want to share is if you said it was 250 households or families a day, I think that gives a better perspective on it. If you said that on any given day there's 250 families walking through our doors, reaching out for some support, it's a really, I think, an important number to take away, because sometimes the big number doesn't necessarily tell the story of who it is and why they've reached out. However you choose to give, whether it's food or funds, it's all going to the same end result of making sure that someone isn't food insecure in our community. We're pretty proud to say that for every dollar donated, we can generate 5 meals for someone in the community. Is it better to donate cash, or is it still about the food, or is it about the financial support? And the answer to that is yes. However it connects for you to give, whether you give a food donation or you give a financial donation that allows us to collect and distribute food, both those gifts are equally important. Lots of people ask us, isn't the food bank supposed to be gone a long time ago? Many agencies or organizations like ours that work on challenges within the community would like to be out of work. I hope we get there, I really do. But in the meantime, our work's important and our work is needed. If you asked, how do we make lives better, I would say there's 9,000 stories every month here where people could tell you what that means.